folks, welcome back to another review with yours truly, Sam Healey. Today we're taking a look at this little tiny fella here. It's called Celestia, A Little Help. And basically just a little pack of cards that you add into your equipment card deck of Celestia, and throws in some curveballs, and it throws in a lot of helping factors. Passengers can now help the captain finish those trials and complete the journeys a little bit easier. But there's also some character powers for each of the 6 players in there as well. So let's get down to the table and I'll show you. And so this is a representative of the different cards that you're going to be getting in the Celestia A Little Help expansion. It's almost like a mini expansion. Just comes with a little pack of cards. But these are the cards that are going to be coming in it. First of all, you have these double equipment cards that will help you face 2 of the same kind with just 1 card. So if you rolled 2 of the yellows or 2 of the reds, 2 of the blues or blacks, then you can face both of those with just 1 of these cards. Then you also have these cards that have the little hand symbol on them. If you can see that, the little hand symbol on them. These are the A Little Help equipment cards that passengers can now play out of their hand in order to help the captain face all of the different trials that the journey has offered. Then there are also some of these little trickery type things. You have the bandit and then you have the mooring lines. The mooring lines are played after the captain has played his equipment cards to pass all of the trials. This will actually hold the journey from continuing forward, and then they have to face another journey to go to that next city. The bandit is played when before the captain throws the dice to see what trials come up. He has to actually throw an additional die. So that can be really nasty, especially if you have got a long journey going on. So these are the different kinds of cards that come out there, but they also came out with character special abilities for each of the different characters that are in the game. So for example, this person here can switch themselves and make themselves the captain in the middle of a journey. This one here allows you to force one person to join you, either getting out of the airship or staying in the airship. One of the two. You can force one person to do what you do. This one, get basically all of the different pirate trials that come up, and it can be turned to a blank side. This one, basically you can choose not to roll 2 of the dice that you have to roll to continue the journey. So that's an interesting little thing there. Here, this one allows you to discard one of your treasure cards to re-roll all of the dice. So that's a pretty cool thing as well. And then this one right here, basically if the ship is about to crash because the captain didn't have the right cards to face all of the trials, this person can use their ability to flip 2 cards over from the equipment deck, and as long if they match what's necessary to complete the journey, then the journey continues. But they are not added to anybody's hand. They're just simply flipped over. And the ones with the symbols, the new Little Help cards, those are also counted towards these. So it makes it a little bit easier to do it. But one thing to make sure we understand here is that these are all one-time uses. They cannot be used multiple times in a game. So once you've used it, it's done for the rest of the game. So you have to wait for that specific right point in order to use these to their full effectiveness. But these are not all the cards you get in the game. Those are just representatives. You get a whole bunch of good cards in here. Changes up the game a little bit, just enough to make it a little bit of a refreshing experience. So let's get back up top for my final thoughts. So that is A Little Help for Celestia. Celestia didn't need any help. It was already a fine game, but I think this one actually did help it be a little bit better, because I like, first of all, the fact that each character now has a special power that they can use once throughout the entire game. That just puts in a little bit of differentiation between each of the different passengers, makes them less samey, a little bit more varied there, so I really enjoy that. I like the fact that it included the mooring lines and the bandit cards, because those are, this, most of the expansion is all about making it a little bit easier to finish those journeys and score more points, but those two cards can really kind of throw a wrench into the system, especially after, the captain can say, guys, I need some help here, so everybody can play their cards down if they want to, and then it gets to where, the captain was actually able to finish the journey. Nope. Somebody plays a mooring line. You can try that again. Or, right before he throws the dice, oh, this is going to be easy, no problems. No, you're going to throw an extra die in there. So I like the fact that they didn't provide just a bunch of positive effects for the game. They also threw in a couple of negative ones as well. Not to mention the fact that there are also all of those other negative things that are already in the game from the base set of, making people get out and all that kind of stuff. So the game is tweaked a little bit. I don't think it full-on changed, though. It is still a great little light game. This is one of those expansions that I think you could just go ahead and add it into your game, and no one would be any the wiser, really. It doesn't really change the complexity level of the game. It just adds a little bit more flair, I guess you could say. So all in all, I think it's a great expansion for Celestia. It's really high up on my mark. I'm going to add it into my game and just leave it in there and just let people just experience it from the very get-go. I think that's one of the beauties of this expansion, is that you could do that. So that is Celestia, A Little Help, and hey, we'll see you on the flip side.